Hello, folks. This is Rich Sadler, once again with Caribbean Marketing Director and TripAdvisor Genius. This is the second in the series of how to remove a fake negative review from TripAdvisor. If you haven't watched the first one, please go back and take a look at that because I go over a couple points that are very salient, and it's important to go over the guides and the information that TripAdvisor makes available for you so that you can make sure that you are within the guidelines and the rules of TripAdvisor, the TOS, the Terms of Service. So this is video number 2 and how to remove a fake negative review from TripAdvisor. And now we're going to go over point by point. But please go back and look at that first one. Okay, so let's get started with this. TripAdvisor Genius steps. This is what we did. We stepped in to help this client with a fake review that we do believe, and we found out later to be accurate, was posted by a competitor. So in that regard, there are mechanisms within TripAdvisor platform in order to remove those reviews. So here's the steps we took. We deployed these steps to get this fake review removed. Correspondence with a reviewer. That's the person who posted it in the first place. We want to have a correspondence with them just in case we're not able to get it removed, and or in case it is, of course, legitimate. In case it wasn't a competitor adding a fake review, just in case. You do want to correspond with that reviewer as well. But again, go back and watch video number 1 so you can see the guidelines and the rules of how we go about doing that, and make sure you read that. And those guidelines and those special reports are available on our website, of course, at TripAdvisorGenius.com. The second thing we did, of course, is we posted a management response, basically for the same reason as the first one. That is, in case it's legitimate or we cannot get it removed for whatever reason, we want to make sure that we have a management response posted there for all to see, so that anyone coming on to the TripAdvisor profile of the client, then they're going to see that response right away before they move on, and at least it's there posted until we get the review removed. And then the final thing we did, of course, is we did a dispute, and we include the dispute report to the client. We sent that off to them, of course, as soon as we took care of it. One of the most important things I want to emphasize right now is when doing the steps of removing a fake or negative or fraudulent review from TripAdvisor, the important thing is speed. You need to get right on it, folks. Don't dilly-dally, don't hold back, just jump right on it and take care of these things. That is very important. Even TripAdvisor states that in their rules and regulations. So let's take a look at the overall what we did. Here, and these are the sheets that we sent to the client, indicating what steps we took to take care of this. This is going to the client. As it says, this is the correspondence with the reviewer. That's the person who posted it. The following correspondence with the reviewer was sent to an anonymous person who posted the review on your business TripAdvisor profile. This correspondence was sent via TripAdvisor's internal messaging services and adheres to all the rules set out in the guidelines for private messages. I mentioned that in video 1 in this series, so it's important to make sure that you know what the guidelines for communicating privately with a reviewer and abide by all those rules. That section, that information is found, of course, in TripAdvisor support. There's a lot of guidelines and rules on TripAdvisor that walk you through this stuff, but of course we have it on our website at TripAdvisorGenius.com. All those reports categorized for you for easy finding, and of course we want to make sure it's the most up-to-date, information as well. So that's why I put in there that the December 15th is the one that we referenced. And then of course we corresponded with this reviewer due to the negative review that seems suspicious and possibly even fraudulent, fake, etc. And of course we put in the review, that the title of the review itself, what the score was, the date that it was posted, and then the reasons that we are moving forward on this, this dispute that we're having here, and of course the reviewer's name as well. We post there. Again, this sheet's going there. So here's what we sent to the reviewer themselves. Trust us finds you well. Perhaps you know me. This is the client. We're speaking on behalf of the client at this point. As you know, you left a review on TripAdvisor for our store, our services, what have you. We certainly value your opinion, and we strive for good feedback. However, admittedly, we're just simply a family-owned operation and in business, such and such long, and have never knowingly provided any products other than the highest quality. We're treating this reviewer with respect, even though we do believe it to be fraudulent. just in case they do have a legitimate gripe. Okay, and then also note here that after a thorough investigation through our records, which I did have the client pull this up and do everything he could to try to find the potential customer, that they were unable to. They were unable to locate this customer or the transaction that they were referring to. Another reason we felt is that though it was fraudulent and probably posted by a competitor. So again, to end out this correspondence with the reviewer is please contact us right away so that we can resolve any challenges and we can work tirelessly to make you happy and satisfied. And of course, at the bottom of this sheet, it's got the number of characters that we utilized in our response so that the client can see that. And of course, the end of that information sent to the client, it states that it was accepted by the TripAdvisor system and is in process. Please note that according to TripAdvisor, they may penalize owners who attempt to remove reviews through inappropriate threats or coercion. That is in there because I do not want the client to be contacting the reviewer themselves. Let us handle it. This is what we do, and it needs to be done in a certain fashion. Of course, you watching this video, you're going to probably do this yourself, and just try to follow along these guidelines. As it states, therefore, the correspondence was crafted to be helpful and apologetic, expressed with a sincere desire to make it right for the reviewer. Again, just in case it was legitimate. Also important to note is personal information that TripAdvisor never gives out any personal contact information, external emails, or real names. They value the privacy and must respect that privacy of the reviewer, and they will receive a correspondence to act accordingly. And of course, we always, as I state here in the letter, we keep the client updated and will remain vigilant throughout the process of getting this review removed. And of course, we include an image of the review and the correspondence on the following pages, and they look like this. Here's how we went in through the system and posted that correspondence to the reviewer. That's the actual information right there where we posted it in. Okay, so the next one up in the series is our management response. I'll see you in a few moments.